too. But he was afraid. If I was prosecuted for something he didn't understand, he was afraid what would happen. And he would have a daughter that was a criminal, and that wasn't acceptable.
And that's where the rage was coming from, is what it would look on him, not her being in trouble.
Is he an out-of-control monster? He says that that's how you've characterized him in the media.
Well, he can become an out-of-control monster, but usually, always, he's extremely cool, calm, collected. He knows exactly what to say, when to say it, and on the outside, he's a charming, gorgeous, smart, tall, dark, handsome man that is just, he's like almost God status in our community. And so if you look at him from the outside, he is an extremely upstanding citizen, but he has it in him to become an out-of-control monster.
Do you want to reconcile with him?
Of course I do. That's been my entire point. After I realized that this had a lot of influence, I thought maybe I can use this to finally convince him to seek help. Maybe he can finally admit it if we have the entire world telling him that he needs to get some kind of help. And that's what I really want.
Do you think he's been destroyed by this?
Most likely. It's probably likely, yeah.
Well, you laughed when I asked you that. I mean, is that...
Because it's kind of obvious, I think, and it's really terrible, but I think he does need to be removed from his sphere. He needs to be removed from that position of influence, and he needs to calm down and think about the severity of what he's done.
I'm not in any way saying that any question he's asking or turn any one of those into a statement or an allegation in no way justifies what was done to you by your father or your mother. That is unacceptable, and that is why I say that I just don't support spanking your children. It is too dangerous. I mean, if you do it, you lose your temper, you go in anger. It just isn't a good thing to do. That's my opinion. The country's kind of divided on that. I don't think they're divided on what happened to you, but I think they're divided on whether you could spank your children or not. Hillary is an adult. She doesn't live at home anymore, but there is a 10-year-old little sister who does. What are their fears for her when we come back?
Because my punishment escalated from almost nothing, I am worried about my little sister experiencing the same thing. There's no way to tell if it won't happen later. He abused his wife, he abused me, and if that pattern continues, he will abuse my little sister. I don't want that to happen.
Pull it up! Pull it up! Look! Hillary.
Wow! Where is it?
Touch it. There you go. Just hold him real careful. Ooh. Slippery. Put it in the water. Let him go. There you go.
Well, 23-year-old Hillary posted a YouTube video that's gone viral showing her father, a Texas judge, and her mother's extreme discipline using a belt. Now, Hillary and her mother, Hallie, are desperate to heal their family. And that's what we're talking about today. I think my goal in this always is to try to find if there's a way to heal a family. What do you need from your father to feel like you can move towards reconciliation where you feel safe?
I want him to really come up with me and say, Hillary, I'm sorry. I realize what I did, and I want to fix it. I want us to have a good relationship, and I want to move past all this, and I want to learn from my mistakes and become a better